Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
What's up, LumioseStation, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokémon DataDex with me, TheOneIntegral. In the last episode, I covered Mega Aerodactyl and obviously normal Aerodactyl too, and I offered you guys a vote between Donphan and Ursaring. Overall, Donphan came out on top, so that's what we'll be covering this week. For next week's episode, we have the choice between two Ghost or Dark type Pokemon. I was about to say Ghost, but they're not both Ghost. We have Miss Magius and we have Honchkrow. Both sort of the pre-evolutions were introduced in Generation 2, being Miss Drevis and Murkrow, but obviously now we have evolutions introduced in Generation 4, so they're sort of counterparts, I think, in my opinion. So you have a choice between those two. If you want to see Miss Magius covered, let me know down below by commenting Miss Magius, and if you want to see Honchkrow covered, let me know down below by commenting Honchkrow, and yeah, stuff like that. But today we're covering Donphan, so let's just get straight on with it. So Donphan is the Armour Pokemon. It's a pure ground type and number 232 in the National Pokedex. It stands at 3 foot 7 inches tall or 1.1 meters tall and weighs 264.6 pounds or 120 kilograms. It's in the field egg group for breeding, and the male-female splits or gender ratio is equal, being 50-50. So no sort of higher chance to get a male or a female. Evolution chain wise, it evolves from Phanpy starting at level 25, so it's fairly quickly evolving. If we take a quick look at Donphan's base stats, we can see it has health points on 90, its attack and its defense are both 120, its special attack and its special defense are both 60, and its speed is 50. So obviously, Donphan is mainly a physical attacker, or a physical attacker. I don't think you want to be using Donphan as a special attacker anytime soon. But as you can see, its main sort of stat investment is in attack and defense, has a very low special defense too, which isn't brilliant. Its speed is even lower though at 50, so obviously Donphan is not the speediest of Pokemon, because if you just look at it you can see it's not the fastest Pokemon, just looking at its size and its sort of bulk, I guess. But it has pretty decent stats on attack and defense. Only thing laying it down is its speed slightly, and sort of hinders it a bit, and also its special defense too, so it's not very specially defensive, so you sort of have to watch out for special attackers. First up, if we analyse Donphan's typing, it's a pure ground type, so there's not a huge amount to look into here, but it resists 2 types, being poison and rock, is weak to 3 types, being grass, water and ice, immune to electric type moves, and then takes neutral from everything else. And this typing is not good at all, really, in my opinion, because poison and rock types are both sort of... Rock types are slightly more common, but poison types indeed aren't too common in the metagame, whereas moves like grass or water types are very common. So unfortunately, you're going to be in a sort of a pickle more often than not. Obviously, immune to electric, which isn't too bad, I suppose, but then takes neutral from everything else. It doesn't have many resistances, so you are going to be taking a lot of damage just from most things, I guess. But that's really Donphan's sort of typing, I guess. That's all to say about the pure ground type. It's not like it's different to anything else. So, yeah, let's get on with the abilities now for Donphan. It's got one normal ability available to it, and then the hidden ability is there as well. Its normal ability is sturdy, which means it can't be knocked out with one hit, which is alright, I suppose. It's going to allow you to you might be able to predict a one-hit kill and then sort of use that to your advantage, possibly in some ways, by using Endeavour or something like that. Or it might just come in helpful, every once in a while to protect you against a crit or something like that. So it's not a bad ability at all. Hidden ability is Sand Veil, which boosts the evasion in a sandstorm. This is banned in a Smogon, I'm pretty sure. It's not. I don't know. It might be, it might not be. I can never remember whether it is banned. It was banned in previous gens. It might not be banned anymore because the weather is no longer sort of persistent, permanent. But Sand Veil, overall, it's an alright ability. It's not, amazingly bad, but it's half decent. But really, it's only going to be it's based on luck again. So luck, really, you don't want to be looking at luck when looking at competitive for the main part. Unless you're Mo and you're Hax God, you don't want to try and rely on luck, really. So those are the abilities for Donphan. They're not bad abilities at all, but it could do with better, sort of thing. If we look at the highlighted moves for Donphan, first up, it has a decent amount of moves here. Not like amazingly, a load. We haven't got 10 here. We've got less than 10, unlike usual. So let's just go through and have a look at them. First up is Rapid Spin at level 6. So Donphan is indeed a Rapid Spinner. Can be used with Rapid Spin to clear hazards on a field, which is pretty good. Level 10 and then learns Knock Off. Remember guys, Knock Off got a boost in Generation 6, so that's buffed up a bit there. Then level 46, it learns its main stab being Earthquake, very powerful there. Obviously, Earthquake can obviously be learned by TM as well. So I can't remember what TM is, TM26 I think, but it can be learned by TM too. So if you don't want to go all the way to level 46, then TM71 Stone Edge can be learned, which is good because it offers you, sort of coverage against some other types. You might not be able to hit some flying types. You definitely can't hit with your stab, so you might have to rely on Stone Edge there. In two egg moves here, being Ice Shard to start off, and then Play Rough. Ice Shard being a nice clean priority move for there, so that's going to be pretty useful in some cases. Could be useful in some cases, as I just said. Play Rough, new fairy type move for Generation 6, obviously. Going to be coverage for dragon types there, fighting types possibly, as well as dark types. Then we have one transfer move, which is Stealth Rock, which obviously you can use to set up Stealth Rocks on the opposite side of the field, which would be good to set up hazards, especially if you're using it as a Rapid Spinner too. You could use Rapid Spin and Stealth Rock sort of thing to use it to work it out, I guess. Now, one thing worth mentioning here quickly is Ice Shard is an egg move back in Gen 5 too. However, Play Rough, being a fairy type move, is only introduced in this generation, is an egg move only in Generation 6, whereas Stealth Rock has to be transferred. So until we get move tutors for Auras, you can't have Stealth Rock and Play Rough on the same moveset for Donphan, so that's the thing to watch out for here. So, that's why you might not necessarily see the same sort of matchups on sets. But let's move on to look at these sets for Donphan. We got two here, first up being an Assault Vest set, and the second being a Choice Band set. Donphan is not very flexible, so it's got some very basic rules. So, starting off, the first moveset we got is Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Knockoff, and Ice Shard. Ability here is Sturdy, Nature is an Adamant one, held item Assault Vest, and EVs are maximum attack, 172 in health points, and 84 in speed. So, first looking at the moves, Rapid Spin is obviously going to allow you to clear hazards once in a while, so that's good to have and carry around. Earthquake is your main stab, your main attacking move, as long as you can hit it. Then we have Knockoff, which is going to be good to get rid of an item, so if they're holding leftovers, but particularly, leftovers, choice band, something that might cause you problems, guys, you could go for a Knockoff. Obviously, it's good coverage as well for psychic types, ghost types. Ice Shard then is your priority move, which is, so you're going to get priority there, which is also good for flying types, since Earthquake can hit them, so that's quite good to have around. Ability is Sturdy because, as I mentioned earlier, Sand Veil is not, it's not very useful, I guess, in terms of consistency. Nature, Adamant, because you want to bulk up your attack as much as possible, do as much damage. Held item Assault Vest. This is going to boost up your special defense, which is quite good, but obviously it only allows the use of attacking moves if you weren't aware, hence probably don't have Stealth Rock here. But Assault Vest is a decent item to have. EVs are putting maximum attack, so you can get the power off, guys. And then 172 health points, so sort of bulk up your health points a bit, and then the rest of the speed, just to sort of make you faster than some Pokemon. You're not the fastest Pokemon out there, but at least putting some in speed allows you to be faster to some degree, to allow you to hit your Earthquake. Obviously you have priority Ice Shard, but Earthquake is your main attacking move, so obviously you want to hit that as much as possible. How do you want to use a set? Well, really, it's a case of coming in and then seeing what happens, to be honest. If they have Stealth Rock set up, you can switch in, go for a Rapid Spin, hope they switch out that turn, and then switch yourself out next to the turn after that to get rid of the hazard sort of thing. Or you could just switch in and then just go straight for the attacking with the Knockoff. As I said, Knockoff could be used to get rid of items that might be annoying you, for example, leftovers or Toxicorp or something like that. Even though Toxicorp activates, or you guys get what I mean. Yeah, it's an example. So yeah, you could switch in and just use Rapid Spin or Knockoff and switch straight out again, or you could switch in and go for the Earthquake and then finish off with Ice Shard sort of thing. There's different options for you there as well. That's really how you want to use the set. Obviously the Assault Vest is going to boost up your special defense, which, as I said earlier, is lacking slightly, but the boost up is going to help it there and sort of make it a bit more stronger, so you're not going to get out to 1 or 2 hits from special defensive or special attacking moves. But that's it for Assault Vest. So if we move on to the second and final set for Donphan, we're looking at a Choice Band set here. So, moveset here, I've put Ice Shard, Earthquake, Play Rough, and then Knockoff or Stone Edge here. Ability is Sturdy, Nature is Adamant, held item is a Choice Band, as you might guess, and the EVs are maximum attack and defense, and the rest in health points. So, here I've gone for a fully attacking, fully defensive set, okay, so we're not really focusing on special defense at all. With this set, it'll be a case of, if a special attacker comes in, you want to switch out as soon as you can, pretty much. So the moveset Ice Shard, that's your priority there to cover obviously flying types as well, as I mentioned earlier. But that's your priority that might come helpful every once in a while. Earthquake, your main stab. Play Rough, going to give you coverage for dark. Fighting Dragon as well. Ice Shard obviously gives you coverage for Dragon too, so that's also good. Knockoff and Stone Edge as the last choice. Knockoff you can run obviously if you want to get rid of some items every once in a while, or Stone Edge you can run for the power and for the rock type coverage rather than Knockoff there. Ability is Sturdy, as you know, sound valid again, not very useful. Nature Adamant to boost up your attack as much as possible. You could run possibly I think that's an Impish Nature to boost up your defense if you want to sort of go more defensive and rather than all out attacking, you know, sort of split it up. Held Item Choice Band, which is going to raise your attack even more, and Eevee's maximum attack and defense to sort of bulk up your attack and defense as much as possible. Rest and health points just to help that out a bit. I didn't put any in speed at all because I feel like your Ice Shard for priority, so speed isn't going to be really your main concern for this set, I guess, in a way. But a choice band set is fairly easy to use, you know, it's not too hard. You go in, you use a move that's going to do the most damage, and then if they switch out, or you know, if you use Earthquake and they switch into a flying type, you need to switch out. That's pretty much how it works. Yeah, that's my basic advice for a choice band set. Switch in, use a move that's going to do the most power, and then switch out if needed after that. But that is pretty much it for that set, and pretty much it for Donphan. As I said, it's not very flexible. It's sort of got 1 or 2 roles it can fill, and that's pretty much it, guys. But remember, at the start of the episode, I told you guys to vote between Mr. Magius and Honchkrow. So let me know which one you want to see down in the comment section now. Go on, if you haven't already, go do it in the comment now. Go, just go scroll down the page, comment, and then put Mr. Magius or Honchkrow. Comment that down there, and the one that gets the most votes, I'll be covering in the next episode of the Pokemon DataDex. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, and I guess I'll be seeing it in the next episode of Pokemon DataDex. Remember to check out all the other awesome content on LumioseStation, you know, Wi-Fi battles, Let's Plays, everything like that. You know, we'll show you guys awesome stuff here at Lumiose. So I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.